Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. I want to once again welcome you to this great channel, the Mind Sharpening channel by Alex Cairo. Remember what we do in this channel? We sharpen minds and shape destinies. And it's my belief and trust that we are shaping your destiny and that we are sharpening your mind. Remember what I told you that when I find something good, when I identify or discover something good that can help you, I will always share with you because you are my subscriber. And before I tell you what is this that I discovered, before I tell you what is this that I have discovered, I want to sincerely thank you, first of all, for subscribing to this channel, for supporting us, and for being our advocate and our champion. I don't take it for granted. And for those of you who have not subscribed to this channel, I still say you're missing a lot. Press that subscription button, press that bell button. It just takes you a second or 2 seconds, and you log yourself in to great notifications that will let you know when we upload new videos and when we upload new teachings. Remember, we have said this year we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and you are our advocate to reaching those 10,000 subscribers. So, what is this that I have discovered? What is this that I have discovered? You remember, we have been reviewing a book by the great John Maxwell, and this book is called The 15 Irrefutable Rules of Growth. Because this life is both art and science, such that yes, you live, but for you to grow, there are some principles and some processes that you can follow to grow. And when I was reviewing this particular book, I discovered a very good topic about self-esteem. And John Maxwell, on this particular one, he's talking about how to build self-esteem. And remember, you cannot perform in a manner that is inconsistent with your self-esteem. So if you have low self-esteem, you cannot achieve much. If you have high self-esteem, you will believe in yourself, you will be able to discover yourself, and you will be able to achieve your life potential. So I'm going to share with you some 9 points that John Maxwell has shared with us, and which I believe they can help you as my subscriber, as my listener, to improve on your self-esteem. Point number one, guard your self-talk. Guard your self-talk. You know, there are so many naysayers, but you cannot be your own naysayer. You cannot be the person who is telling yourself you can't. Like now, me sitting here as Alex, and I want to deliver this video, but I'm doubting myself and saying, Alex, you can't. There is high probability that once you put limitations on yourself, on what you can do, you put limitations on what you will ever achieve. So, John Maxwell is telling us to guard our self-talk because we always have conversation with ourselves, whether we are sleeping, whether we are walking, whether we are meditating. That conversation should always be positive and should always be an affirmation that we are telling ourselves, yes, we are capable, and in fact, it's because even the Bible tells us we are created in the image of God, and God could not create a human being in his own image, knowing the capabilities of God, that he created this world, he created all of us, he gave us all the wisdom and knowledge that we have, that today he created you and made sure you have become who you are for you to doubt yourself. So guard yourself. Okay, that is number one. Point number two on how to improve your self-esteem. John Maxwell says, stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are in this journey alone. Because this is what happens. When you compare yourself to others, you might be comparing yourself with a person who is too much ahead of you, and you will be discouraged. And sometimes you compare yourself with people who are behind you, and you feel proud and you think you have achieved so much. So I think it's good to set your own goals, compare yourself against you of today, against you of yesterday, and plan to become a better you of tomorrow. Is that achievable? Yes, that is achievable because you just endeavor to become better, to improve on the things that you have given or you have set goals for yourself, and stop comparing yourself to others. Remember, you cannot be photocopied, and so still you cannot be somebody else photocopy. And that is very important, that you are unique, that God created you unique, and that is why all of us have different fingerprints. Can you imagine that even the twins who we call monozygotic twins have unique fingerprints? And that uniqueness is what John Maxwell is saying. We don't need to compare ourselves with anyone. Just compare yourself with you and become you who God intended to become. Number three, point number three, to build your self-esteem, John Maxwell says, move beyond your limiting beliefs. We have so many beliefs, and most of them are medical because we have been victims, and we always work in a defense mechanism, and therefore we limit what we can achieve. Sometimes we have medical beliefs that your grandfather never achieved anything, your father never achieved anything, your mother never achieved anything. They never went to university, so you cannot go to university. They never ran a successful business, and that makes you believe you cannot run a successful business. Who told you? Those are them, and you are you. So move beyond your limiting beliefs because the capabilities that you have are immeasurable. In fact, our capabilities, our capabilities are immeasurable. As a human being, as you can achieve so much that sometimes you would look back, connect the dots, and just wonder, how did I make it? How did I come all the way to this level? Okay? Point number three. Not point number three. Point number four now. Point number four. John Maxwell says, for you to build your self-esteem, add value to others. Add value to others. Sometimes it feels very good when you're helping somebody else. And when you're helping somebody else and you see them happy and you see them valuing the support that you're giving them, that gives you an assurance that yes, the things you can do can make another human being feel nice, can feel another human being feel appreciated, can make another being human being want to live long in this world because of your action. And imagine that will make you feel happy, that will make you feel fulfilled because basically that's what builds self-esteem. If people are appreciating you because of the value you're adding to them, why wouldn't you appreciate yourself? It means the things that you are doing are positive, are good, and they're helping. Okay? So add value to others. Don't live in a guarded way. Don't live in a manner that we call you you are living in a manner that you are always defensive. You are always protective of yourself. You don't want to interact with others. You do not want to, to support anyone. I think that one will really lower your self-esteem. Number four, number five now, John Maxwell says for you to build your self-esteem, you have to do the right thing, even if it is the hardest thing. Do the right thing, even if it is the hardest thing. Remember, in this life, we will always be faced by situations. We will always be faced by opportunities, maybe to benefit from doing the wrong thing. But one thing I know is that your subconscious mind will always disturb you if you did something wrong. So why don't you do something right and always appreciate that? Yes, there was an opportunity for me maybe to benefit from doing something wrong, maybe from benefiting from a corrupt deal, maybe to benefit from gossiping, maybe to benefit from giving malicious information about somebody, but I chose to do the right thing. I chose to give the right information. Sometimes it is difficult, and that is why John Maxwell is saying, do the right thing, even if it is the hardest thing. Because most of the times, when you want to do the right thing, the situation is not always very easy. You know, there's always, most of the times, it is within difficult circumstances. But again, we remember we said God has gifted us. He has given us immense capabilities. And one of those capabilities is we can be able to make the right decisions in the midst of chaos. We can be able to make the right decision in the midst of very difficult circumstances. And that will always build our self-esteem. Number 6, John Maxwell says to build your self-esteem, practice being disciplined and learn to face challenges. Practice being disciplined and learn to face challenges. And this is the reason. This life is not a bed of roses. It's not a smooth ride. It is not that you will wish to have a very smooth life and that will happen. Life is made of both good and bad. And the fact is, the good and the bad, they are not emotional. The good sometimes will fight you, and the bad will fight you. That is life. But how you handle the good and how you handle the bad when it comes to you, it's what makes you either feel nice, become a better person, or it's what will destroy your life. Because even when the good comes to you and you overdo it, you might end up destroying that good moment. Okay? Maybe an assumption is when you have a party and maybe you overindulge or you overmake merry, you might find maybe the next day you're not able to function properly because of hangover, because maybe of regrets, and because of maybe of the mistakes that you made. So everything must be moderated. When the bad fights you, let's assume maybe you are in a bad situation and that situation affects you psychologically, remember this is the fact that life will always move on. Whether you are happy or sad, life will move on. Whether you are mourning or whether you are celebrating, life will move on. The sun will rise and the sun will set. Seasons are not emotional and they don't care where you come from. They don't care where your skin color, your status, that is non-issue to seasons. But how you handle the seasons of the good and the bad is what makes or breaks you. Number seven, John Maxwell says to build your self-esteem, celebrate your small victories. Celebrate your small victories. Interestingly, there are some of us who are very quick to celebrate others. You are very quick to celebrate others. Somebody have maybe graduated with a small course and they call you for a celebration and you are there. But the big question and the most important thing is, when will you celebrate yourself? When you choose discipline over indulgence, celebrate yourself. For those of you who maybe are trying to stop using maybe substances, maybe you want to stop drinking alcohol, maybe you want to stop smoking, if you skip that drink for a day, celebrate yourself, pat yourself on the back and say, yeah, today I have made it. Yes, today I am that guy. Today I am that ready. Because celebrating yourself makes you feel nice. It makes you energized. And it gives you the reason to try again tomorrow. It gives you the reason to try again tomorrow. So run to celebrate yourself because you are your first cheerleader. Even if all of us don't notice what you have done, at least you must notice what you have achieved and be the first to celebrate yourself. Number eight, the point number 8, John Maxwell says to build your self-esteem, you have to be positive and avoid pessimist personality. You have to be positive. Nobody knows what tomorrow brings. As I record this video today, I cannot even tell what will happen the next minute. I cannot even tell what will happen the next second. Okay? But the fact is, I have to be positive. I have to believe that once I record this video, I will touch somebody's life. Once I record this video and put it on my YouTube, somebody will benefit. And that is positive thinking. So even you, whatever you do, whether you're going to open a business, whether you're going to work, whether you are, whatever career you are in, always be positive every day, because we cannot tell what tomorrow brings, we cannot tell what next minute brings. But if we are hopeful and if we believe things will be right and things will be okay, we have a reason to keep trying, we have a reason to be consistent, and that consistency and will bring success. And success, of course, success makes people feel nice. And feeling nice about yourself is what we call, in a nutshell, that is, you have built your self-esteem, because you can stand before people and say, yes, I did it. On the point number 9, and that is the last one, John Maxwell says to build your self-esteem, you have to take charge of your life. To build your self-esteem, you have to take charge of your life. Why? Because one thing in this world, you have to learn and you have to accept that nobody owes you anything. Your father does not owe you anything. Your mother does not owe you anything. Your child does not owe you anything. Nobody can give you happiness. Nobody can lead you to your destiny. Yes, sometimes you need mentors. Sometimes you need coaches. But it is your determination and your actions and your choices that will lead you to your destiny. So if you take the wrong choices, the fact is, once you make the wrong choices, you will be the primary victim of those choices. When you make the right choices, you will be the main beneficiary of those choices. Are we together? If you make the wrong choices, you will be the primary victim of those choices. If you make the right choices, you will be the primary beneficiary of those choices. So take charge of your life by making the right choices, even in hard circumstances, because this is the fact. God is a very fair God. He gives us all the freedom, the prerogative to make our choices. Today, you can choose whether to wake up and chase your dreams or to oversleep. You can choose whether to save your money or to spend it. You can choose whether to observe your diet, as guided maybe by your dietitian, or to blow it off. But the fact is, you don't have the prerogative to choose the consequences, and you live with the consequences. So take charge of your life by making the right choices. Thank you very much, and I hope I have really sharpened you. And keep it at Alex Cairo, the Mind Sharpening channel, so that we can keep bringing you this kind of sessions. Remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe. Leave us your comments and tell us where we can improve. Ask us any questions that you might be having, and we will be grateful to answer them. We will be looking forward to respond to those questions. Otherwise, from Alex Cairo, the Mind Sharpening channel, want to wish you well, and for now, want to say ciao.